Right, year 10. So we're going to explore a bit of watercolour today. You can just do a little close up if you want, because a lot of your drawings so far have been full shell drawings. So we can actually change this up a little bit. Now, for the watercolour, you can't use your photocopies because you need to trace on the light box the area you're going to do on this very textured, special sort of watercolour paper. That'll stop it from going like bumpy or anything like that. When you do trace, make sure you rub out as much of your pencil as possible, because you don't want to see that coming through the watercolour. You just want some very light marks, so you can barely see it. You're going to need a range of brushes and obviously your watercolour paints, your shell or your coloured shell as a reference. Your tin lid needs to be nice and clean, water and either a tissue or some blue roll to blot your brushes onto. So first things first is I'm going to mix a nice pale shade of my main colour, and I'm going to do that in my tin lid. And the reason for that is so I can see how dark and light it is. If I just paint direct off the block onto there, that could be way too dark for what I need. So I'm just going to keep it nice and pale and mix some different colours together to create what I need. Okay. Add a bit of yellow to a shape as well. Right. So my piece is quite small, so I'm just going to be working with a smaller brush for now. So I'm going to come in with some of my lighter shades and I'm just going to mimic what I see on there. And I like to go light to dark and build up my layers of colours slowly. Miss Jamal prefers to go darker to light, so it really is down to the teacher, kind of like preference. The reason I think light to dark is a little bit better, even though it takes a little bit longer, is if you make a mistake, you can actually cover it up with the darker colours at the end. You need to remember as well that you can't rub this out. With pencil crayon, you've got a little bit of time to rub things out. I'm holding my paintbrush at the metal part, so I've got a little bit more control. And then to blend that colour out into the white, I just wash my brush, dab it on my blue roll or tissue, and soften the edge. Now this should, because of this special paper, dry quite quickly. And you can see I'm just doing very faint washes to begin with. Oh, pardon me, I'm knocking the camera over.